Amen. Chazak u'baruch, Shavua Tov. Tomorrow we're going to see one of the wonders of nature. We're going to have Likui Chama. In English it's called solar eclipse. Eclipse. Okay, that's something that happens somewhere in the world every 6 months. A full one is every 18 months, but not everyone going to see it. I think I saw it's the same location. We'll see it every 370 years. And here we're going to see B'ezrat Hashem tomorrow afternoon. There is something that the Gemara talks about it. The Gemara in Masechet Sukkah, Daf Kaftet, if I'm not mistaken, there the Gemara speak about Likui Meorot. What if the moon or the sun is getting covered? And the Gemara say a few things about it. First, if there is a problem to the sun, if it's something like this, like a solar eclipse, is a bad sign for the entire world. The Gemara compare it to a king that made a feast to his servants, and then he put like a light for them in the middle of the feast. He covered it, so it's a bad sign for everyone. And then the Gemara continue and say, if there is a eclipse for the moon, I think it's called lunar eclipse, then it's a bad sign for Am Israel, because we count by the moon. And if it's to the sun, it's a bad sign for Umot HaOlam, for other nations, because they follow by the solar year. But in any case, it's a bad sign. And that's also the explanation why there isn't any bracha for it. Every other wonder of nature when we say a bracha. Last week was the earthquake. There is a bracha for earthquake. If you feel it, you say either Oseh Ma'aseh Bereshit or Kocho Gvurato Min Olam, both good for this. Say the bracha if you feel the earthquake. But for this, there is no bracha. So some of the Farshim explain the reason for there is no bracha is because it's a bad sign, and we not say a bracha on a bad sign. So that's why there isn't a tikkun of bracha when you see the eclipse, even though it's a very beautiful thing to see. And the Maharal asks a very good question. He asks, since it's a natural thing, we know it's every 6 months we have it. It's go by the sun and the moon, when they meet each other in a certain point, so the sun is covered. So why the Gemara say that it's a bad sign? What do you mean bad sign? And it's go by 4 sins. One of them is at the end it made a eulogy for a Talmid Chacham that passed away, or Chaz v'Shalom for Mishkav Zachor, or for 4 things that it happened because of them. So why you tell me it's because of those things if it's a natural thing? And then he explained that every natural thing we know, it's a fundamental thing. Every natural thing we know, it's part of nature. It's all because Hashem put it in that way. It's not just because, that's nature and that's it. No, Hashem put it in nature. So Hashem put in the nature that since there is people that are doing bad, since there are people that do sins, they're gonna be a eclipse up for the sun or the moon to cover it, to show that Hashem is like showing us to come back and do tshuva. But the Gemara continue and say, even though it's a bad sign, when Am Yisrael follow Hashem, when Am Yisrael do the right thing, we should not be afraid of this. As the Pasuk say, Me'otot hagoyim al techatu. You should not be afraid, you should not fear for this, because that's a bad sign for the goyim and not for you, because we going after Hashem. Now, before we see it, we need to really do cheshbon nefesh with ourselves. Am I really follow Hashem or not? If I really follow Hashem and with myself I'm honest and I say, yes, I'm going after Hashem, when I see it tomorrow, that just enjoy and say, what a beautiful world. If not, Chas v'Shalom is a sign for us to do tshuva. So, as we say, tomorrow, B'ezrat Hashem is going to be afternoon, it's going to be around 1 or 2 o'clock. When we see it, it's a good thing to see. Just watch your eyes before. And it's a good thing to see. Now, we cannot say a bracha. Instead, what we can say to show our, that you enjoy from it, and you really, it's something that like a wonder of nature. What we can say is either Perek Yutet in Tehillim, chapter 19, or 104. In chapter 19 is המנצח זמות אבי השמיים מספרים כבוד ולמעשה אדם מריד הרקיע. Something we speak about the sun and the moon, and we say there Shemesh Sheda Mevo'o, speak about the sun, or chapter 104 that speak about the wonder of nature altogether. Barichi Nafshi et Hashem. It's all the we mention a lot of stuff that is the wonder of nature. The idea is that we should not look at it as just a natural thing, but everything is come because Hashem managed the world every second. Rabbi Aviram Biton אומר,